what is it like working with Jonathan?
Yeah,
Mr.
so Jonathan's,
McReynolds.
yeah, I know. He has this phrase on his Instagram, and it's like, there's I don't have offense to which this is all me or something like this. And it just he's just meaning like what you see is what you get. I have
Hmm.
to say that that is the truest statement about him
Yeah.
ever. Like when you see him on live or when you see him on Monday Casual, and he's just as quirky and intellectual and musical and all of that as he comes across. Very, very gifted, um, an incredible lyricist. I love the way that he thinks about songs and thinks about communicating his heart through songs or what he wants to say. Um, yeah, I mean, he's a maestro. You just get in there and you watch him just work, and it's cool, you know.
Nice.
So us working together, you just don't know because you have chemistry with who you have chemistry with. You don't get to
Right.
choose that.
Right. No, you don't.
Yeah,
You don't. You're
yeah.
absolutely right.
So
Th-
he. Go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say 3 words to describe him.
Oh, I said him. Quirky, intellectual musician.
Okay. You said gifted too. I think you said gifted.
Gifted. Oh yeah, all of those
Yeah.
things. Like,
Okay.
you know, and you never know what he's gonna say or how he's gonna
Yeah.
respond. So he
That's
just has a
awesome.
cool way of articulating things, and I've been a fan of Jonathan's for a long time. Matter of fact, we would say whoever makes it first, that person is going to be, or the other person will be on that person's album. And obviously, he blew up, and so you know, somebody
Nice.
who keeps to their end of the deal like that
Right.
is a yeah valuable friend to have.
Nice, nice, nice. So what's next for you? So we got the EP coming on Friday. What's next after that? Any visuals? Like,
You
what's
got
up?
okay, so there's another music video coming out. I think it's being
Okay.
premiered on BET too. I Try.
Nice.
Yeah, I Try has a music video and whew, it's like I go from nervous to excitement. I keep going back and forth between the two because
Mhm.
I'm putting my heart on the table. Um,
So what's more fun, actually making the song or making the video?
oh, making the song.
Really?
Yeah, I
Really?
mean, I like acting and stuff. Like, it's fun having those dresses and whatever on, but everybody's looking at you while you're doing
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's more awkward than it comes across. Obviously, it comes across really well in the video, but while you're there,
Yeah. I've been on a couple music video sets and the outcome is not actually what people think. Like it's completely different.
it's
Like the
opposite.
outcome, yeah, completely. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's a
Yeah,
long day. You have to. It's a lot of stopping and going, going and stop. Like it's a lot. Yeah,
yeah.
we got
And
to
I
do this
was
again. Cut all
listen.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I was pulling out the tears on this one, the fake tears. I want you to know, I was
How did
pulling
you
them
do
out.
that? How did you
I
connect? What did you connect with to do that?
I know. So, okay, so sometimes I just held my eyes open until they got dry.
Never heard that one before. That's good. No.
That means you're not manipulative like me. I've done that to my brain. Okay.
That's funny. We gonna drink to that one.
Yeah. And then, you know, like I probably just tried to touch on some moments that were hurtful or whatever without getting bitter all over again.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
just think about that and think about how thankful I am or whatever. And you think about the lyrics, but you can only think about the lyrics and connect with those so much. And so you just have to keep on digging. Everybody's laughing. I hope you're not scared of me now. I promise you, when you see me cry, 80% of the time it's real.
What sign are you?
Cancer.
Of course you're a Cancer. That's the reason why we're vibing right now. When's your birthday?
June 27th.
Mine is July 1st. That's why.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We are here. Like, we
I
are here.
know.
Cancers
I
love
know.
Cancers. I love Pisces. I love Scorpios.
Okay.
That I get along very well with. And I can usually tell a water sign. I had a feeling.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had a
Oh,
feeling.
yeah.
So does anybody have any questions? If you have any questions for Doe, please drop it in the Q&A so we can do a Q&A segment real quick. So while people drop questions, I have incorporated something new into my shows called the Smile Challenge.
Okay.
So So the smile challenge is really simple. I'm going to count to 3 and you have to hold your smile. It's going to look like the screen is frozen, but it's not. You guys can take all the pictures that you want while we do the smile challenge, but whoever laughs or cracks first loses. Okay?
Whatever kind of
So the
smile
whole,
I want.
whatever kind of smile you want. But the purpose of the smile challenge is because we're all going through something. Everybody is going through something in this lifetime. And just want to remind everybody to smile, laugh, feel good. That's it. I saw Raheem Devon and Mr. Hotspot do it on their live, and it was hilarious. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to start doing this with my guests.
Yes.
All right, you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, on a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you're good. You're good.
Sorry. Okay.
You're
Okay,
good.
wait. Do you know why I picked that one? Do you know why I picked that one? I picked that one because I can still laugh and you would never know.
You're good. You're good. See? It's hilarious. Right. It's just, somebody was like, I should call this the Frozen Challenge.
Yes. Have you guys ever tried to do that? Let me know in the chat where you're talking to your friend and you try to fake like you're like the phone's
Right. It is too funny. I love the smile challenge. So I think that was a tie. Right?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Let's see what questions we have here. All right. Could you sing your favorite worship song, please? That is from Tolu Adexo. Could you sing your favorite worship song?
Yeah. Unreserved, unrestrained, your love is wild. Your love is wild for me. It isn't shy. It's unashamed. Your love is proud to be seen with me. And you don't give your heart in pieces. And you don't hide yourself to tease us. That's my, I need one of those. That's my jam right there, that song.
Girl, your voice. Jeez. Oh my gosh. Jeez. Faithfully Resilient wants to know, what is your favorite song to sing in general?
I want to say that I really like your Insta name. You nailed it with that. I love it. Faithfully Resilient. I literally don't have one. Honestly, because I'm a songbird, that should be a sign right there, a songbird. Because
Yeah.
everything that happens get turned into a song. Like somebody closing their door. If it's in key, I'm going to be whatever. If a baby's crying in key, I'm going to turn it into a song.
Oh my
So I just
gosh.
like, yeah, it's not even always a good song. It's like, why do you have to do that? My friend, why are you doing that? So I don't really have like a favorite song. Yeah, I just sing all the time.
Yes, and your voice is amazing. Jesus. Please hit up
Thank you.
Shalea. You and Shalea, please do a song together
I'm gonna
and
check her out.
just tag me in whatever it is that you
You
post
got
and
it.
when you make the song and just
You got it, sis. Yes.
you guys would oh my God. Please just hit her up. Just hit her up. Okay, so before I let you go, we have to do a toast.
Yeah.
And what are we gonna toast to, my darling?
Oh, I'm making up the toast?
Sure.
Okay. I want to toast. I want to toast to forward motion because no matter how hard it gets, just keep moving forward and you will find yourself on the other side.
Yes. Yes. I love it.
Ding!
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. I think there's one more question came through. Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, a few more. Okay. Nia X wants to know, what's one of your biggest lessons you've learned this season?
Be strong and courageous. And you know what? I'm still implementing it. Just the whole like women in business thing and feeling like you have to act a certain way in a room full of men. Let me just say, I'm surrounded by wonderful men. They're all really great. But there's a pressure that comes with that, and just refusing to take that on.
Yeah.
Because I just think we're in a really beautiful moment in time in our country where we're breaking those barriers and those limitations. And so I'm excited to be a voice for that in a way, in my own way, even if
Yeah.
it's just through my life.
Yeah. Yeah. This male dominated industry,
Is
male
exactly what it
dominated
is.
world,
Yeah.
world, period.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I need the women to know that you are not at the mercy of a man. Your voice is not only amplified when connected to something that a male is doing or a male owns. That it is already powerful, and don't be afraid to own your stuff.
Yes. 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 I am Chansum says,
Oh,
have you dealt I am Chansamun. I think that's what I think. I hope I said
oh,
it
okay,
right.
okay.
Have
Chanson.
you
I was
dealt
like,
with
okay.
anxiety? Have you dealt with any anxiety at any point?
Yeah, sure. I mean, another word for, I mean, anxiety almost probably is like undealt with fear, maybe fear that you don't even know, you don't even know is there. I've had to continuously just like speak um, scriptures or over my life, and then I think the power of your voice. People don't really understand the power of your voice. If you stay inside your head about stuff and you don't speak louder than your thoughts, and there's nothing combating what you're thinking about and feeling in your heart. And so that's something that I've had to learn to do. I'm so analytical. I try to um, I try to act like, or I try to figure out how this decision is going to impact that decision and how that decision, and it's just this snowballing effect. And so I
Hmm.
really just had to lay some stuff down. My mom, I think, knew that about me at a young age, and so the thing that echoes in my mind that she's always said to me is don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah,
Don't sweat the
my
small
mom
stuff.
says that too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's really, really important. That's become more important to me the older I get. I didn't really like pay much
I know. It's
attention
like,
to
what
it
do
when
you
I was
mean?
younger, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah, when you get older, you realize that the small stuff are just, oh my God, really?
Yeah. And then you
Yeah.
realize what is actually the small stuff. You
Yes.
know. And then I
Yes.
do want to shed light on therapy. I get counseling when I need it. God uses people. And I was talking to somebody the other day who's, yes, whose family member, she felt like if she told her family members that she was going to get counseling, that they were going to be, and they did ask her, why are you spending money on this? But somebody said to me, when you're having heart issues, you go see a cardiologist. And a counselor and a therapist is somebody who is an expert in the mind and the heart and the soul and how all of those affect each other and how your experiences affect you. And so in a way, it's going to the doctor
Yeah,
to get some issues checked out. So,
for sure. That's great. Bail Meme says, as a worship leader, is it wrong for me to think I need to rest and rejuvenate at times?
no, what?
Never. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
I,
Who
I
said
know you
that to
asked
you?
Doe, but I'm chiming
Let me
in.
let you take that.
Never.
You take that, sis. Tell them.
Never, 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 never. You always have to make time for you. And you always have to make sure that, first of all, you come first. Resting and rejuvenating. If you're not at your best, you can't be of use to other people.
Yeah.
So if you aren't rested and rejuvenated, then you're of no use. So you have to take care of you first. Worship
Oh
leader,
man.
whoever you are.
Yeah. So true. And I remember a pastor telling me this because I got into this whole thing with this attitude of like, oh yeah, I'm gonna travel and I'm gonna do all this. I'm gonna be on the road all the time. And he said to me, ministry will always be there, but this moment, your young life, your family, those moments will not. And there's always going to be someone that needs you to pray for them or speak over them,
Mm.
minister to them. He was like, you need to create a healthy private life where you have space to be alone and rejuvenate, or you have loved ones that are surrounding you. And so oftentimes our family or our lives are collateral damage of the ministry. And
Yeah.
that's just not how God designed it at all.
Yeah. Yeah. I have a question. Do you experience, because I interview mostly like celebrities and rappers and hip hop people and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
you're like maybe the second or third gospel artist that I've interviewed. Do you experience, and I know what their experience is like, but do you experience like any type of like competition or like cattiness within the gospel industry?
I actually have, I will say when we did Forever Jones, it's so unspoken in the gospel industry. This is why we have to
Yeah.
start having these conversations, because it's more
Hmm.
subvert. And I've learned to over celebrate someone that the enemy or my flesh is trying to feel intimidated by. The way that you combat that is you go up to them and you tell them how great they are. That doesn't mean if I compliment you that I'm intimidated by you or I
Right.
see
Right.
this
Right.
competition.
Right.
But it's just a good practice to have in an industry where your success is measured in numbers,
Hmm.
and it's measured right next to other people. Because just about everybody in this industry wants to win, and you have to remind yourself that winning, the definition of winning is not doing better than the other person. The
Right.
definition of winning is leaving this world empty of everything you came here with and being able to say that you did it to the best of your ability. But yes, I
Wow.
do experience that in my own heart. I don't know what everybody else is thinking, but I have to continuously remind myself of who I'm doing this for, consistently encourage my sisters out there, and knowing that this industry is even built to kind of pit us against each other,
Yes.
which takes the power of unity out of it. And so I make the opposite effort to combat what I'm feeling in those moments.
Yeah. Yeah. I've always wondered that because, like you said, it's like it's not an outright spoken thing. So it's like I
Yeah.
wonder what goes on in the gospel industry. Just because they're Christians doesn't mean they don't
No.
experience, the
Yeah.
same thing that,
Yeah.
yeah.
And the
So,
thing is like I don't know if this is going to sound weird to you, but before when I was just doing worship, it was like fine because we're not pointing the attention at us. It's like
mm,
very just, it's easy to just hide behind that. But when I got into this industry, I started to feel that it was very foreign to me. And I was like, oh my God, what is
yeah.
this? I always want to be honest with what's in my heart. I don't ever want to act like I'm too holier than that. I feel this. So I was talking
Right.
through it with my parents. And the other thing is not only is it like in your heart, it's the vibe in the air
Yes.
of
It's
this
a
industry with
it's an
labels and
energy.
people. It is the warfare in this level of the industry. This is how the enemy takes people out over here. Okay? In every industry, there are pitfalls and holes there waiting for you, and you got to know what they are so that you can, and have people in your life to speak into your life so that you can
Yeah.
avoid that. In this industry, that's the warfare they're in, is that
Yeah.
competitive spirit, and it being about numbers. And
Right. Which
so
is
it's just
not
a
of God.
which is not of God. I mean, even God told us he did not want the Israelites to trust in chariots and horses and the number of fighting men that they had. He wanted their faith. He didn't even want them to know how many fighting men they had. They were punished because they took a census, and they had to repent because of that. And that
Yeah.
just speaks of God not wanting us to lean upon numbers and see power in numbers. It really is about who you know, and you know the who I'm talking about. The door maker and the door opener, the way maker.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. Girl, you was preaching tonight, man. Listen. Chosen for greatness by greater. Hi, Chosen. She wants to know, what do you do when you're in the pits and only have tears and anxiety left? When you can't even fathom words to pray?
oh sis.
That's deep.
I mean, yeah, and I honestly don't know the specifics of your situations. I want to be very careful, even with how I respond to that. I would ask you if you have community around you. Are you alone? I actually rode with a girl who was depressed. She went through a season of depression, and she said to me, one of the biggest things that pulled her out was her being able to text her friends and saying, "Come over right now," because she was battling with suicidal thoughts. So she had people in her life that were her rescue, and they were able to just plop over whenever. And I know that we're dealing with COVID, but we've got our phones here. I'm not going to just tell you to pray because I feel like you know that, but because your instant name is chosen, I feel like you know the Lord. So you know how to war in that. And if you're not doing that, dive in right now, ASAP. And then also, you gotta, like I said, you gotta keep telling yourself that everything is going to work out, that I'm gonna be okay. I walked through a season of depression as well, and I felt like all I had was tears and regrets, and I just had to keep telling myself. I had a scripture, Psalm 16. I would go into the church and I would just weep and cry, but I would read that scripture and pray it over my mind. Sometimes I would feel better and sometimes I wouldn't. So I'm not going to tell you that you're going to feel better right after, but I'm going to tell you that you're not alone and that God is with you, and to surround yourself with people who can say for you in the moments what you need to hear, what you can't say for yourself.
Right. And don't be afraid to reach out. Just wanted to add that on.
Yes, don't be.
Yeah.
Please reach out.
Right.
Please don't isolate yourself.
Right. Right. Well, Doe, it was such a pleasure. You just don't even know, girl. It was such a pleasure speaking with you this evening. I actually have to admit that I just recently got put onto you, and I was like, oh wait, hold on, who is this? Like I had no like. You are incredible. You really, really are.
Thank
And
you.
I'm not blowing smoke just because you're here on my show. Like I really, really like. I'm really impressed by you. Like I really, really am. And I'm so glad we had this conversation. And I'm so glad that you gave me the 7 o'clock hour Central Standard Time of your day to
Yeah.
me. And it's just been a pleasure. So thank you so much for being a light in this
Thank you.
world. Thank you for just, being so honest and transparent. And you are what we need. We need more does in the world. We definitely do.
Thank
So,
you for having me.
girl, keep being great. I cannot wait to see, like, I don't know, even just 6 months to a year from now where your career is. Like, I just can't wait to see. It's going to be amazing.
Thank
Super
you,
amazing.
sis.
So keep up the great work, fellow Cancerian.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, before you go,
Mhm.
can you give me a little drop?
Yeah. Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
So, okay, tell me what you'd like for me to say.
Just say this is Doe, and I'm kicking it with Shannon on Quarantini Mimosas. Or however you
Okay.
want to say it.
Action. Hey. Hey, this is Doe, and I'm kicking it with Shannon on Quarantini and Mimosas.
I just showed my age. I raised the roof.
Oh, is that what that is? It's okay, girl. No, it just means yes.
Right? We got to get with the times. Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody that's logged in, please continue to support Doe. Like Doe is going places. Doe has already arrived. And just please continue to support her. And don't forget to support me too. We all need support
Yes.
here.
All of my followers
And
support your girl, Shannon.
thank you so much. And I would like for you to come back and be a guest.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe 6 months from now, we got to do a little follow up and see
Ooh,
what's
that's
going
too far.
on. Oh, okay, 3 months, 2 or 3 months.
I had too
Yeah,
much fun.
that's what's up. And also, too, I don't know what state you're in, but I usually shoot Pedis Mimosas either in LA or New York. So wherever you are, if I am shooting, you have to be an actual guest on the show. Come and get a pedicure, get your foot massage.
Oh, yes.
Sip on some ginger ale on the rocks.
Yes. On the rocks.
I'll be sipping my Mozart.
Ooh, that looks good.
This is a chocolate liqueur from Niche Import Co., but it's called Mozart Chocolate Liqueur. It is delish. So, you know, the Halloween
Yes.
festivities are in the air. So I'm
Okay.
sipping on pumpkin spice. They actually have 4 other flavors: strawberry, white chocolate, dark chocolate, regular chocolate. Yeah, and pumpkin spice.
Okay.
Delish. So, I mean, if you do dibble and dabble in alcohol every now and again, I can send you a goodie bag. But if you
I'm
don't and you stick to your, you know, ginger ale, that's fine too.
no, you know what? This can make you laugh. I had my first drink probably a few months ago, and I'm such a freaking lightweight, and so I'm like on mimosas right now because just one, just one will have me going like this.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. No,
So
I feel
yeah,
you. I
I'm
feel you.
learning my little limit.
I feel you. I feel you. So yeah, if you're up to it, this I usually mix mine with milk. It's super tasty. It
Oh.
is. I call it adult chocolate milk. I don't even like. It's not alcohol. It doesn't taste like alcohol to me. So
Okay.
I can send you some if you like. So don't be a stranger. Let's keep in touch.
Okay.
And like I said, y'all, support Doe. She's amazing.
Thank you guys.
Alrighty. So it was a pleasure, and you enjoy the rest of your evening, my dear.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.